So in one of my more recent videos, I talked about how long it takes to get that Robinhood cash management card. First try. Now it was on that very video that one of you actually reached out and said, can you do a video like this for fractional shares? So in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about exactly how long it took me and the entire process of gaining access to Robinhood fractional shares. Coming up. Before I get too far into this video, guys, I just wanted to point something out. This was my favorite design to receive a debit card ever. I think it's super cool. It's like unveiling the card before your very eyes. And it honestly made it a little bit more exciting when I was receiving the Robinhood debit card to be able to open it like that. Now, my good friend Ryan reached out to me on Twitter and sent me this picture. And they completely changed the packaging for the Robinhood debit card. And in my opinion, this is definitely a downgrade for Robinhood. This packaging right here is just so much cooler than that packaging. But hey, I guess that doesn't really matter. Those who want the card want it for its features. They want it for the APY that it offers. And if you didn't know, that was actually just cut to 1.3%. It was 1.8%. Now it's 1.3. That is in response to the Fed cutting the rate. It's not really Robinhood's fault, but it just comes at a bad time for them, seeing as their platform was having so many issues last week. Now getting back to the topic at hand, Robinhood Fractional Shares is such a great addition to the application. If you don't know what it is, it's pretty self-explanatory, but you can buy shares of stock at a fraction of their cost. You just get a little bit less of the stock. You're not going to get a full share, you'll get a portion of it. And you can do that with as little as $1, so it just makes it so much easier for those investors who don't have a ton of capital but still want to be investing their money. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. It really does suck that Robinhood doesn't roll these out to all the user base at once. They kind of take it slowly, but honestly, it's probably better for all the users in the long run, because if you look at just what happened this past week, Robinhood could not handle the amount of users that were trying to sign into their app. And it was on the most important day for users to be able to sign into their app, because it was on the day that we bounced back, the market was green, and it was the biggest bounce since 2009. Now, me looking at this situation and thinking about it logically, if they don't have the infrastructure to handle all of their users on at one time, there's no way that they would be able to keep it organized and roll out these features to everybody all at once. It does really suck, and I'm right there with you guys in thinking that I'm just very lucky that I have access to all the features right now. Now, the main reason why I do have access to both features so early is just because I got on the waiting list as early as I possibly could, and it just lucked out that I was checking in the app when they decided to roll out these features and allow you to sign up on the waiting list. For example, I remember I was looking at my Robinhood portfolio while I was at work. I was just glancing to see how it was, because watching the stock market to me is just super interesting. It is almost like playing a video game where I just love to see the valuation go up, go down, and I almost could watch it all day. Super nerdy, but it is really cool in my own opinion. Now, I was on the app so early that when it was released, I signed up immediately, and I was sitting at spot number 6,720. So then after I signed up, I did receive this email in my inbox. It basically just said, "You're on the early access list for Robinhood Fractional Shares. We'll let you know as soon as the feature is available to you." And it said if you wanted even earlier access, all you needed to do was invite some more users to the Robinhood app. Hours later that day is when I received another email from Robinhood. That was just the initial promotion of the fractional shares. So the Robinhood Fractional Shares promotional piece that they emailed out is being displayed on the screen right now. And basically that was just working as an introduction to fractional shares, explaining what it was, how it works, and just allowed you to sign up on the list. So before I even received an email notification, I was on the list, and I think that was a huge help, because a lot of other people may have signed up after seeing the email, but I was bright and early, I was in the app, and I was able to get on the list. I'm not sure if I specified the date that I signed up, but this was the 12th of December in 2019. Now fast forward 2 months later, on the 12th of February, I received the email that's being displayed right now, and that said that I am off the list. The wait is over, and I'm one of the first people to get access to fractional shares. And with fractional shares, you can invest thousands of stocks like Apple, Disney, and Amazon with as little as $1. Click the button to get started. I clicked that button, jumped into the Robinhood app, and here is what I did. I clicked on that search button, all proud and mighty about how I just conquered that Robinhood fractional shares list. I clicked on search, I looked for Amazon, went into Amazon, I clicked trade, I clicked buy, and notice I could set a dollar amount for the stock that I wanted to purchase. I clicked on $1, I reviewed it, and I swiped up. But you can see that $1 that I had invested into Amazon, it dropped to 88 cents. So I'm gonna be sleeping with the wolves and not being able to afford rent this month. And now I'm one of those lucky users who gets to take advantage of Robinhood Fractional Shares. Now, one of the main questions I get with fractional shares is, how do the dividend payments work? Because I am a dividend investor. I do the Robinhood challenge where I invest every single week into the stock market. I share with you guys my journey of investing, but how do the dividends actually work with fractional shares? So that's a great question. It's pretty straightforward too. And how that works is, if you buy a full share, you're gonna be getting that normal dividend payment, that full dividend. But if you buy a fraction of it, let's say you buy 0.41 shares of Microsoft, you're gonna be getting 41% of whatever that annual dividend is. So no, it doesn't really hurt you to buy fractional shares. If anything, it just increases your dividend payments just a little bit more. One thing that's really annoying about the Robinhood fractional shares list compared to the Robinhood cash management list is that it doesn't actually tell you your spot in line. It just says you're waiting in line with X amount of other people. Now I'm wondering right now, if you guys wouldn't mind, if you're on the list for fractional shares, how many people are still waiting for fractional shares? I have no insight to that, so I definitely want to know. Now, I wish I could give you an exact timeline for how long it's going to take for you to get your fractional shares. Like I said before, I get very lucky when I sign up. I just am in the app at the right time and I join the list very early on, so I just get lucky. I'm sorry if you guys are waiting or have been waiting for this entire time. It is brutal, but you'll get there, I promise. And listen, if you guys have any questions for me at all regarding Robinhood fractional shares, regarding Robinhood investing in general, then leave them in the comment section down below. I'll be sure to get back to you. If you want to check out some of those cash management videos, I'll have them linked right now. Thank you so much for checking out this video and have a great day.